I'm so sick and tired of the shit on the radio and MTV. They only play the same thing no matter where I go. I see Ashanti in the video. I want something more.
Acro is the prefix for highest point, and jam, of course, if you're listening to music, jam is what you do when you hear something that just makes you want to just lose control, you know, let all that energy out.
We got this party coming up. I'm looking for a really, really good DJ. I'm looking for somebody that can move my crowd. They don't want to leave. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what can DJ AcrojaM do to do that? What sets you apart from all of the DJs?
It's cliche to be like, oh, well, I was born to do this or whatever, but, you know, my parents were expecting, you know, a junior, you know? Like, they weren't expecting, you know, for me, a female, pop out and be like, hey, what's up? You know, so it was kind of like off of a surprise. So I would say what sets me apart, I have a surprise element, you know, to the point where even the audience doesn't really know what I'm going to play. Like, I try to keep a set that's going to be different than the last set I had before, only because it creates an incentive for people to want to come and see me again. You know, when people start putting their finger on you, they think they have you. But then if you go back to chess again, your style of play needs to be something where you can shift, because if they know exactly what you're going to do, they can make their move around that. So I always have a surprise element. I call myself a ninja of sorts. You know, I kind of just come up out of the woodworks, you know, do what I gotta do, throw a couple ninja stars, you know, throw the knife or the sword out there real quick, and then jet off, and I disappeared out of thin air.
Said hardest working. Feel like I've been running marathon sprints and whatnot. And once again, walking around legendary Broad Street in Augusta, Georgia, downtown. We just came from Pyramid Music. We're on our way to Tribeca Lounge. You know, I've always been, you know, someone to be on the move. You know, I grew up a military brat, so, you know, my whole life has always been in a box, so to speak, as far as packing up and moving to the next route. So, bags, I got them. Carry-ons, I know about it. Delta, you know what I'm saying? You see the tag on the side. I think it's on that side, right? You might want to zoom in on there. Sky Miles, you know what's up.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm always on the move. Talking about mobile DJ, I'm a mobile DJ. They don't walk, we can walk. See how the universe works with me? I ain't even gotta stop. It's like I just keep going. I don't even need to wait on lights. The lights wait on me.
And my man got
I can do my own promotions for the time being.
Once again, you listen to DJ AcrojaM, native of Augusta, Georgia, holding it down, bringing a new feel downtown.
What made me become a DJ? I think it was an SGA party, Student Government Association, and you know, I was very familiar with a lot of the people who, you know, came up in the ranks, and they knew I had a good taste in music. So they were like, you know, we were wondering if you could just bring your CDs in, and they had a 5-disc CD changer, and you know, I had a whole bunch of CDs with a lot of, you know, music you can get up and dance to. So pretty much, you know, I was DJing off of that. And then from there, you know, people were enjoying themselves, and I was like, you know what, you know, I really do like, you know, making people, you know, relieve themselves in a good way. Because a lot of times you go to a spot and, you know, the DJ's not hitting right, or they're not mixing or whatever, and that's something that you do over time with practice. It's like if you were to, you know, play a piano, you only get better if you put time into it. So I put time into it.
What's your preparation? What do you do to get ready for, you know, something like that? When you're setting up, what's in your mind? Like, okay, how I'm gonna handle this crowd, as far as like me DJing, what I'm gonna play, how I'm gonna play it. You know, when you're announcing and whatnot. What's going through your head?
I can go through a crate and not know which song that I'm going to play, but just off of a energy thing, my hands will go to a specific song and I'll pull it out, you know, put the record on and allow the people to enjoy it. And sometimes it's a hit or miss.
And I wanna kind of ask you about hip hop.
Right now, Epidemic and Ninja Nate, 1 round apiece. Let's go. Wait.
Hands to the ceiling, the bass is what you're feeling and say. The bass is what you're feeling and say.
To you, what's the essence of hip hop? When I say hip hop, I just want you to just think for a second, and then you just boom, just tell me.
The kids. Hip hop started with the kids. I mean, and a lot of people don't know like the history of hip hop. A lot of people just know the music, you know, like the one thing that comes to mind is Sugar Hill Gang. Alright, that was more of the overground exposure, but people don't know about Fatback and King Tim III. And it branched out underground when Sugar Hill Gang had Rapper's Delight come out. I think King Tim had a track, you know, that it sounds just like it were to come out today. Like he had a live band, Fatback, one of the best funk bands ever. And then King Tim was spitting on top of it. But aside from the stage presence, what was going on as far as culture goes, you know, if it wasn't for the, you know, the black and Latino kids coming out in the Bronx when DJ Kool Herc was partying, you know, bringing his speakers from his house and just playing in the park, I really don't believe that hip hop would be what it is today, because, you know, adults back then were, you know, they'll dance, but nobody at the age of 30, 35, 40 was going to get on the ground and start doing crazy moves like that, you know, like it's about the kids really. And honestly, if we don't do a better job incorporating the kids into what it is that we do, hip hop is just going to be, you know, a money-making thing for adults to profit off of. So if we don't keep the kids involved with all 4 elements, which is MCing, DJing, graffiti, and b-boying, then that will ultimately help erase the essence from hip-hop. But the essence is the kids. If we don't reach the kids, we don't have hip-hop. I've been doing tutoring sessions at Pyramid Music downtown on Broad Street, you know, every other Saturday, just teaching kids how to DJ. But not how to, but instilling discipline in them, that's what they need to continue if they want to be successful in anything. It doesn't even have to be DJing for itself, but the way I teach kids, I'm teaching, you know, that if you want to be good at something, you have to continue to practice it. It's not something that you wake up in the morning and you be like, oh man, you know, I'm this. No, you have to work at it. It's a over and over and over and over type of thing, a repetitive thing. And also we just had the B-Boy Jam on the 2nd in front of Pyramid Music once again, where we had kids come out. Some of them were just learning how to b-boy, or breakdancing is what mainstream calls it. And we had the kids out once again, you know, between the ages of 7 and 20 something. And then we also had a few that were older who were the kids back when DJ Kool Herc was spinning up until now, teaching their kids how to do it. So that's what we've been doing now, is just keeping the tradition going.
Once again, give yourself a round of applause for being outside tonight. Give yourself a round. Y'all can do better than that. Y'all can do better than that. They can do better than that, can't they?
Once again, my name is DJ AcrojaM. If you'd like to get in contact with me to do a possible gig or do a project in the future, you can contact me at 706-830-2034. Also at dj.acrojam@gmail.com. That's ACROJAM. I am on Twitter. You can hit me up on there for all those cool people. It's DJ ACROJAM, plain and simple, one word. Also, I'm on MySpace. You can type in either my DJ name or M Cubed Production, that's CUBED. Also, I am on Facebook. You can search Majorca Murphy. I'm pretty sure I'm the only Majorca that will show up, so you shouldn't have any problem finding me on there. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, and hopefully get to see you soon.
Cool.